Today, I'm sharing all my favorite tips and hacks that truly feel like travel cheat codes when it comes to flying and air travel. I promise there's at least one thing in this video that you haven't heard before. I've got a bunch of random but super helpful tips, everything from booking your flight to packing, traveling with the carry-on, getting through airport security in a breeze, and how to be extra comfortable in economy seats. Let's start with the most important websites you need to be using to book your flights. First, we have Google Flights. If you have some flexibility with travel dates, the Google Flights Explore feature shows you the cheapest airfare around the world. If you're eyeing up a destination, you can also set price alerts to be notified when the price changes. It's also a great tool to show you the cheapest dates to travel, as well as whether or not prices are currently high, normal, or low based on the flights that you're looking to book. But an even better way to do this and save hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on flights is by setting cheap fare alerts with Fare Drop. So this is an app and it sends you notifications when flights drop in price from your home airport. Instead of searching and scouring the internet for flight deals, it's basically like you have your own personal assistant doing it for you. But my favorite part of Fare Drop is the flight deals on business class flights. Like this recent deal for business class seats to Edinburgh that are normally over $5,000 from my home airport, they were going for $2,800. So a savings of over $2,000 on this flight. If you're interested in checking out Fare Drop and how it works, I've got a link in the description of this video. The next one is Roam.travel. Roam simplifies credit card rewards, so it helps you find the best redemptions for your credit card points and airline miles. All you do is just input your origin and destination airports as well as your date of travel, and the search engine will show you how many points it will cost to fly via the different loyalty programs. So in this example, I've got that you can fly from Las Vegas to New York City for $5.60 and 20,500 points. While it is very possible to fly business class solely on credit card points, not everyone wants to accumulate credit card debt or has the necessary credit score to apply for a premium credit card. And depending on your home country, you might have limited options. For example, as a Canadian, I don't get access to nearly as many travel rewards programs and credit cards as my American friends. So I wrote a guide on how to score cheap business class airfare like a pro without having to churn credit card points. So if you're interested in this, check out my blog post that I have linked in the video description. The next website is Flight Connections. This website shows all nonstop flights from every airport to help you plan a long-haul trip. So if you need to figure out the best route to get somewhere in the least amount of connections, this website will help you do that. I also love using FlightAware. This website provides accurate real-time flight tracking. It will typically show if your flight is canceled or delayed before your airline sends you a notification. If you're a nervous flyer, especially if it's because of turbulence, then you need to check out turbly.com. This website gives you a turbulence forecast for your flight. Here's how it works. You can check up to 36 hours before your flight. You put in your departure and arrival points to find your flight. So for example, I have Toronto to Cancun. And as you can see here, it says we can expect episodes of moderate turbulence, but a smooth flight otherwise. It also shows you during your flight time when you can expect the turbulence to show up. As another example, we have Las Vegas to New York, and it shows just some light turbulence and a smooth flight overall. Now, use your discretion for this one. For some people, this might cause you a little bit of extra anxiety knowing the turbulence might be coming for you. But if you don't like surprises, this could definitely help put you at ease. Let's move on to airport security tips. Tip number 1, put your possessions through the scanner in the order you need them to come out so that they can easily be repacked. For example, send your backpack through first so that as your items come out, you can just place them right into your bag. Tip number 2, if you have a laptop or a valuable electronic, place it in the middle or the second bin. So for example, I sandwich my valuables in between my personal item, which goes in the first tray, and my carry-on bag that goes in the last tray. This just keeps your valuable stuff safe from getting mixed up with all the other items, and it also makes it simpler when you need to pack everything up. Luggage cup holders are a lifesaver. If you aren't an octopus and only have 2 arms, get yourself one of these luggage cup holders. You just slip it over the handle of your suitcase, and then you can travel through the airport with ease. When you've got your cup of coffee, your phone, your passport, AirPods, anything else you need quick access to, now you're hands-free and not fumbling around. Now let's move on to some things you need for in-flight comfort. There's nothing worse on a long flight where you can't elevate your feet. So for that, I always pack my trusty foot hammock. It simply attaches to the seat in front of you for an instant footrest. Just make sure you're mindful of the person in the seat in front of you and avoid swinging or moving your feet around too much. Or you can also bring a beach ball. These pack flat, and once you're in the air, all you have to do is blow it up, and now you have a footrest. This is a 20-inch size, and I only partially inflate it so that it's a bit flat for more stability. Don't knock it till you try it. For long-haul flights, bring a spare pair of dry socks to wear once you're settled in your flight. This makes a world of a difference for feeling fresh. And brushing your teeth is the quickest way to feel human again after a long flight. Are you someone who likes to board the plane first? Purchase an emergency exit row seat. Not only do you get more legroom, but guests in these seats get priority boarding, so you can be first on the plane without having to be in first class or have some sort of extra status. If you're on a plane with 2 rows of exit seats, the first row does not recline because this could obstruct the row behind it. So if you plan on reclining your seat, go for the second row. Also, try to book the left side, which is the port side of the plane, because the flight safety demo kit is usually in the overhead bin on the starboard side. So this leaves a little less room for your carry-on luggage. Just a little tip. Have you tried the middle seat hack? If you're traveling with a partner or a friend, try booking an aisle seat and a window seat. There's a big chance no one will book the middle seat, and you'll get the whole row to yourselves. This is my overhead bin tip. Put your carry-on in the bin or the rack across from your seat. It's much easier to grab at the end of your trip, or it helps you keep an eye on it if you're a bit of a nervous traveler. Moving on to packing tips for your flight. My number 1 tip is to fly carry-on only. There are so many benefits to this, but I think the biggest benefit is just the freedom that you get. Even if you're checking a bag, make sure you still bring a bag as a carry-on and pack a complete outfit in this bag. Delayed baggage is extremely common, and it's best to ensure you have backup clothes so that you can at least have a fresh outfit while you wait for your bag. Now, when it comes to carry-on, what bag do you use? Well, this bag is my newest favorite. This is the aluminum carry-on that looks like a $1,500 luxury Rimowa, but it's nowhere near that price. It's from the brand Level 8, which I have featured in past videos. They actually sent me this bag as a thank you for getting over 1 million views on my previous video about carry-on travel hacks. So thank you so much, you guys, for watching that video. But they sent me this bag to test it out and try it out, and if I liked it, feature it in a video. And I have used it a couple of times, and I really do actually love it. And as always, Level 8 has no input or anything about what I say about this bag in this video, so rest assured these are all my own opinions. Now, this bag is what I call a buy once, cry once item. It seems a little expensive at first, but you will literally have it forever and you won't need to buy another bag. Over the years, I've spent 80 bucks here, and then a couple years later, I've dropped another 100 bucks on another bag. And over the last 10 years, I've probably bought 3 or 4 different carry-ons. And if I had just bought one bag, I would have saved money by now. Here's a few things I think you will love about this bag. The first thing you'll notice is it doesn't have any zippers, just these 2 buckles, which are also TSA locks, so it's really easy to get in and out of. For instance, this was actually super handy when I needed to grab something mid-flight from the overhead bin. I didn't have to unzip the entire thing, just 2 clicks of the buckle and it was open. This also adds to safety. No zippers means it's a lot harder to break into. Anyone can use a ballpoint pen to bust through the zipper if they really wanted to, so this bag just adds that extra layer of protection. It's got soft close handles, and the telescopic handles work for all heights, whether you're 5'1" or 6'9". It also comes with a bonus of packing cubes, and a good set is going to run you about $50 to $70 anyways, so that's a nice added feature. And they have something I've never seen before, these little interchangeable tags to label what's inside the packing cubes. And if you're notorious for overpacking, like I used to be, having a hardshell suitcase, you literally cannot overpack. So I think this is actually a really good thing because it teaches you how to not overpack, and once you learn how to travel light and super minimalist, your life will change. Overall, I think it's a super classy and elegant bag. It kind of reminds me of a briefcase filled with money like you would see in a heist movie or something. Now, it is about 10 pounds, so it's a little on the heavier side. If you do need something that's lighter, I have a list of the best lightweight carry-on bags that are under 6 pounds or 3 kilograms. That is up on my blog. You can check the link in the description, or you can visit my Amazon storefront where I have the best ones listed there. But if you're planning a few trips coming up and you want to invest in a bag, I think this is a great choice. If you want to check it out, head to the Level 8 website. I've got the link in the description. There's also a code for 20% off right now. And I also recommend checking prices on Amazon because I have noticed they do fluctuate a lot over there. Okay, let's get back to a few more tips about choosing your seats on the plane. If you're not planning to sit in the exit row, there are a few seats you do want to avoid on any plane. So don't choose the seats that are directly in front of the exit row seats, as these don't recline either. Also, the very back seats don't recline. However, there are some advantages to sitting at the very back. You'll be closest to the washroom, and this is the highest chance of getting a row all to yourself because most people don't like sitting back there. You can also use the free website called Seat Guru to help you choose the best seat for your flight. All you do is type in your flight number and it'll show you the seating chart for the plane that you'll be on. It's really helpful because it also shows you the seats that might not be as desirable, like seats that have no window. If you plan to bring a personal bag that can be stored under the seat in front of you, where it should go, not in the overhead bin, choose your seat carefully. So the aisle seats have the least amount of room and the window seats have the most room. Almost double the size of the aisle seat and much bigger than the middle seat. If you're flying with a pet in the cabin, I recommend sitting by the window because you've got the most space under the seat in front of you, and you won't be able to fly in the emergency exit rows if you have a pet with you. If you want more information about what it's like flying with a pet in the cabin with you, I have a full video which covers everything you need to know about that. And to make the most of your carry-on luggage, buy the biggest bag that you can fit under the seat in front of you. This is the bag that I use and it fits perfectly under the seat, and it holds enough items for a 2-day or a weekend trip. So if you're only traveling for a couple of days at a time, you can get away with just a personal item and not have to pay for any luggage at all. If you need help with packing and flying carry-on only, I have a few videos on my channel. I've got a video that shows you exactly what I pack for a 2-week trip, and I also have a video about how to pack your liquids for carry-on luggage. So please check those out if you need more specific details on what to pack and how to pack. And if you want even more tips like this, I actually just published an ebook that covers 87 of my biggest and best travel tips, and you can get that for free on my website. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from it. If you have a favorite flying tip that I didn't cover in this video, drop it in the comments below. I would love to hear it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.